So many of you know that I am Mr. A lot of times positivity and hoorah, here we go. This is what we're going to do, and it's all going to be fine. And just know that one, that's kind of what my job is, right? My job is to try to take a look out, see where we're going to go, see what obstacles are going to come, prepare for them, and blast through them, right? And I do that through trying to stay top level of my game. Top level of trying to see what's out there and developing an awesome team of problem solvers and badass people. And so I think we've got that, right? We've got this badass team of awesome people that can solve whatever problem. And that's what helps give me confidence in the idea of not that the world is always going to be rainbows and unicorns and whatever, but that the trials and struggles that come up, we're going to get through, and that I need to help create the environment of positivity that is going to allow us to stay pushing through even when things get difficult. And I try to be really honest. I don't say it as bullcrap, and I don't say it to bullcrap, y'all. I truly believe it, and if I didn't, I would let y'all know. Because what we would do is we win or we learn. I would try to adjust, we're going to fail unless we do this, So I will try to always be honest with you guys about what I see kind of up and coming. But anyways, so one thing that I never want to have lost in that is that I'm an over-optimist and not aware of the real-life struggles that are out in the world, that are out in our business, that are out in the environment around us, and that are in each of your individual daily lives. I do get that, and I want to, be aware of that, cognizant to that, and help in whatever I can. I will pull off from last week's video where I talked a little bit about vulnerability and say, you guys all may see that side of me, but many of you may not be aware of the other side of me that suffers with things like depression and anxiety and feelings of self-doubt and am I worthy? Am I good enough? And I struggle with a lot of those things. And I know it's so easy. A lot of times people will be like, well, it's just about being grateful. Just be grateful for what you have. I do, right? I have a great team. I have a great family. I have a lot of things to be grateful for. But in the daily struggles, we talk about, what is it? The whirlwind. Right? We have our wildly important goals, but then we have the whirlwind. We all have our whirlwind. And our whirlwind tends to take us away from being grateful for the things that we have. And I've struggled with all right, when do you find that opportunity to be grateful? Oh, stop, time out, hold everything. I need this moment of gratitude, right? And sometimes people are better at finding this than others. I'll be honest, I've struggled to be able to find that. You think about waking up in the morning. Maybe I'll wake up in the morning and be thankful I'm alive. And, sometimes I'm awoken by a screaming child, a dog on top of my head that's got to go out, and immediately get into what do I need to do today? What didn't I get done yesterday? And some of the stresses and anxieties of the world. And I don't oftentimes take that time in the morning that I should to be grateful. But anyways, I diverge into a lot of different things, but I use all that to show you a little bit of kind of what goes on with me. Maybe it relates to you, maybe it doesn't, maybe you have your own things. But one thing that I want to kind of put out to everybody is what I'm going to start doing, and I would, if somebody wants to join me in this, I'll talk about kind of how to do that, or just do it on your own, that kind of stuff. But it's called 3 Good Things. And there was a study by Duke that talked about how to improve the quality of people's lives. I think a lot of people, if not everyone, is susceptible to those same things of depression and anxiety and all these different things. And they found that being able to focus on 3 good things, even for 1 week, had benefits for 6 months. And when they looked at the benefits of focusing on just 3 good things every single night that get written down, because it allows your mind to process them a little bit more, and just a little bit of time to reflect on them, doing that for 2 weeks actually had, I hesitate to say it, but had as good or better benefits in some markers than even some of the medications, the SSRIs, which are like Prozac and Zoloft and all those kind of things. And I'm not talking bad about those medications. I'm not saying that people don't need those medications. That's why I hesitate to say it. I'm not saying that that's the case. But for what it's worth, always, I don't know, I always want to improve things, right? I always maybe it's that and that. I don't know. But anyways, so just the benefits of being able to reflect on those 3 things every single night, to be able to write them down and to think about them, had such positive benefits for 6 to 12 months later, just for doing this stuff for 2 weeks. What they find is that most of the time when people find how you realize how good you're feeling when you're doing this stuff, that they don't have to tell you that you need to do it for 3 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever, that as you start doing it and it becomes habitual, that you just want to continue to do it. One person I heard explain it like, negative thoughts, right? Negative thoughts, whether they come from ourselves or other people, tend to scream at us. The negativity is always there, and like you don't have to go looking for it. It's always there, and it's so damn loud. But the positive things in our life tend to kind of whisper to us, right? And it's tough to hear the whisper sometimes outside all of the screaming negativity that kind of surrounds us. Like the negative thoughts tend to be like Velcro, right? They hit us and they stick with us and they ruminate inside our head. At least that's how it works for me. And the positive things are oftentimes like Teflon. They just slide right off, right? I mean, we can come away from a conversation with somebody, whether it's a loved one, whether it's somebody we work with, and we can hold on to like whatever that was negative that was said or came out of it, and oftentimes sometimes not even recognize the positive stuff that came out of it, right? Just slides right off like Teflon. And I thought this was a really cool program, and the idea of like doing it at nighttime, because that's when, for me, when my life is a little bit more quiet, and as you're sitting there and you're kind of, getting ready to kind of lay down, calm yourself down, to being able to think about how awesome would that be to have like the last thoughts that go through your head about the positive stuff. And when you write things down and you take even just a couple seconds to kind of reflect on it, your body and your mind kind of absorb it, and they go through it in a different fashion. So this is something, so I just grabbed a notebook. It's really easy. Today's 1, 2, 3 good things. I can leave this next to my nightstand or on my nightstand as just like a reminder of like, hey, what's your 3 good things? And they talk about writing them down. You could write them down in a notebook like this, even if it's purple. You could talk about writing them down in a notebook, texting them to yourself on a phone. There's people that will do these in groups, and I'm happy to get involved in a group if you guys want to. Text message group, or there's internet-based things, or there's apps for your phone, all kinds of stuff. But the concept of doing it nightly, writing it down, experiencing that is what kind of does the magic trick, does the work, right? And the benefits, it improves and this is studies, right? This isn't even me. Tell what I think, right? Like, study came out from Duke. It's been studied by Michigan and like a whole bunch of other schools and thoughts, and it gets deployed in a lot of different areas. But just the benefits to life, mind, body, and soul, inside work and outside work, better work-life balance, better happiness ratings, decreased depression, decreased anxiety, and you look back to our core values poster, right? And like one of those things is personal and professional development. And so this is one of those pieces that I want to kind of be able to put out for you guys, that we do care about you, not just as a part of the team, but just as human beings. And I think this is it's something, I'll be honest, it's something that I need. And if I need it, I figured that I'd want to share it out to you guys. So stay tuned for some reminders that will pop out for you about that. Just a little peek into my life a little bit, and I just want to kind of put that out for you guys as well, if this is helpful. All right, see ya.